response. Awesome. And I like the smiley faces. So today, if we look at our learning target, let's look over here. We're going to be doing this one, which is I am learning to refer to details and examples in a text when explaining what the text says explicitly and when drawing inference from the text. Does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
It should be, because we've been working on this for a few lessons already, correct? Yes. But today, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to get the MP and MEs and to really answer it clearly and concisely. So here's our success criteria. You will be able to use the constructive response success criteria, and we already went over that, right, Donovan? Yes. Success criteria, we went over what it is, and to give and get feedback. So you're going to learn how to give and get the feedback. And then the second one, I can use feedback to improve the quality of my validation. So why do you think we want to get and give the feedback? Why? So you know what is incorrect and what you need to You know not to make that mistake next time. Does it also make us something that we want to be? Who is someone that gets feedback from other people and use the criteria? What do you call those people? What did you say? Effective good learners, right? Right here, effective good learners. We all know, what is that one right there?
Give feedback.
And then where's the one, get a good example. And where's the one that we use feedback to make changes? Is it just give and get feedback? Where's the look at criteria?
It's that one.
Where? Oh, look at criteria. So we're working on being a good effective learner because good effective learners are great students. So, Mr. Lego is going to help us. We're going to model how you're going to give and get feedback looking at, you remember the constructive response you did on the character traits for Mara, the talent show? You remember that?
Yeah.
So we did another one. We did ours on, what happened to my book? Petey and the evil bird. The evil bird. And we did it on what the theme was. Okay, so Ms. Gallego did the answers for what is the theme of this story. And I'm going to give her feedback looking at what? The success criteria. And here's the success criteria. Yeah, I can validate my answers with evidence from the text. I can use explicit sentences, phrases from the text to validate my answer. I can use what? Quotation marks when identifying explicit sentences or phrases from the text. I can also do what? Draw inferences from specific phrases from the text. And I can include the page number which the explicit sentence or phrases came from. Okay, so here's my success criteria. It's also on my paper, so that'll help me. And this is how we're going to give feedback. Because some of us, you can scoot in. Some of us still don't know what to say or how to give good feedback. But what you gotta make sure you do. What do you need to look at when you are giving feedback? The success criteria. You can't just make things up, right? And say, oh, but you didn't color it in. Because was that part of the success criteria? No, let's stick to the success criteria because that's what we all agreed on that would make it a MPME and be successful. So this is the steps we're going to go over. Step one is read over the paper. So I'm going to read over her paper. And then I'm going to say this. You see the giver? I'll be the giver first because this is Miss Gallego's paper. So I'll be the giver and I'll say, according to the success criteria, you need to have, and I'm going to say this, because this is the first one. And then I'm going to tell her, if the person, can you give me the evidence that you have it? So if she says yes, she's going to point to it, right? If the person says yes, ask the next question. So she says yes, and then I'll go to this one. Can you point to it and read it out loud to me? And then I'm going to make sure to listen and look. So I can either say, I agree with you, or I don't really agree with you because this. And then I have this little paper here to help me give her feedback, and then she can see, oh, I didn't have this and this. I need to go add it in. Okay? So I'm going to leave this right here for now, so we can look at it. And help me out if I get lost. Maybe, Dwayne, you have to stand up here so I know where I am. And hold the paper. So stand right here. Okay, get ready. All right, Miss Gallego. Where are you? Oh, sure. Okay, let's do it. Let's sit down. Okay, so you did Peely the Eva bird. And what is that? So this is my feedback paper that I'm going to use. So help me out, guys. I'm going to read it over. It says the theme of the story is not to be selfish. In the text, Peely didn't share. Okay, so first step, Dwayne, what do I have to say?
Okay.
According
to the success criteria, you need to
validate your answer with evidence from the text. Can you guys help me with this?
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
Yes, I can. The theme of the story is not to be selfish.
Validate my answer with evidence from the text. So I said, can you point it out and read it out loud? So she did that before I asked her because she's efficient. But I'm going to say, now I'm on the third step. And I'm going to say, disagree. I disagree with you, Ms. Gallego, because it says you need evidence from the text, but you didn't have evidence from the text. So I'm going to write, no, it's not there. And I'm going to write no evidence. Okay, next one. According to the success criteria, you need to have explicit sentences, phrases, and I'm going to get rid of this, from the text to validate your answer. And then I have to say, read that part,
Can you
Dwayne, can you, yeah.
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
Can you give me evidence that you have that?
From the text.
In the text, Peely didn't share. I'm going to say, I disagree with that because that's not really explicit sentences from the text. That's more of an inference. So I'm going to say, what do you think I'm going to say? Yes or no? No. And you can even say not sure if you're not sure. It's fine to say you're not sure. Okay? Now the next one, read it with me. According to the success criteria, you need to have, it says quotation marks when identifying explicit sentences or phrases from the text. And I need to say, can you give me evidence that you have it?
No, I don't have it.
Oh, so she doesn't have it. I'm going to click no. She doesn't have it. Okay, good. So she said, no, I don't have to say the last part, right? So now I go back up to the top again. Ready, go.
According to the success criteria, you need to have
Oh, you need to draw inferences from specific sentence or phrases from the text. Did you? Oh,
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
No. Oh, she said no. So do I need to give her any? I just have to check off.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just helping her right now is point out that, hey, you need to look at the success criteria because clearly she didn't look at it because when I asked her, she said no, she doesn't have it. So she must not have looked at her success criteria, right? Okay, so the next one is
According to the success criteria, you need to have
and I'm going to the next one. Page number for which the specific sentence or phrases and or events came from.
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
Bianca, follow along. No, so I'm going to click no. So, Ms. Gallego, looks like according to the success criteria, you need to make a lot of what? Changes to yours if you want to get a good grade. Okay, so maybe you should go and make those changes. Okay, and now Ms. Gallego did another one. When she was feeling better, she did another one. So, here's her new one. Oh, here's another one. So let's look at this now. The theme of the story is not to be selfish because being selfish will make you unhappy in the end. Very good. Everybody say ooh. In the text, Peely didn't share her collection of things which made her feel trapped in her own nest, in her tree. According to page 15 on page 22, Tutu told her, give them away and you will truly be free in books. When Peely began giving her things away, she felt happier because she didn't have to stay at her nest and watch her things. Nice handwriting tonight. Okay, let's have Bianca, you can be our pointer now. Ready? We're going to go through every step again. On 3, what do we say first?
According to the success criteria, you need to have.
You need to validate your answer with evidence from the text. And you say,
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
Yes, the theme of the story is not being selfish because being selfish will make you unhappy in the end.
and you validate with evidence from the text by seeing the text. 15 and 22. I agree with you this time, Ms. Gallego. You did a great job. I see it. So I'm going to say yes for this one. Okay, next. Go. According
According to the success criteria, you need to have.
explicit sentence phrases from the text to validate your answer.
Can you give me
Evidence that you
have it?
have it. Ms. Gallego?
Yes, in the text, she didn't share her collection of things which made her feel trapped in her tree, according to page 15. And on page 22, Tutu told her, give them away and you will truly be free.
I agree with you, Ms. Gallego, because you do have evidence from the text to validate your answers. I'm gonna click yes. All right, next.
According to the success criteria, you need to have.
Quotation marks. And identify explicit sentence or phrases.
Can you give any evidence that you have it?
Yes, I can. I have a solution. Forgive them away and you will truly be free.
Yeah.
You have to draw inference from specific sentences. You have to infer.
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
Where did you infer?
Yes, I can. When he began giving her things away, she was happier because she didn't have to stay at her nest and watch her eat.
Is that an inference?
Yes.
I agree. That is an inference. So I'm going to click yes. Last one.
According to the success criteria, you need to have
The page number from which the explicit sentence or phrases or inference came from.
Can you give me evidence that you have it?
Yes, I have it on page 23 and page 22.
I totally agree with that because I see it right there. So I'm going to click yes. Okay. Oh, Miss Gallego, looks like you will get an ME because you have all yeses. Does she need to make changes?
No.
No, I think you're just perfect. So I will give this to you. If you don't want to make changes, you don't need to. If you want to make changes, you can. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, so will you be able to do that?
Yes.
Say, why don't we have a prize?
Why don't you have a prize? Your prize is in your heart. Oh, I feel good that I did a good job, right? Integrity. So, will you be able to do that? So
Yes.
you will get a partner, and I will pass that. I will pass that your paper here. Remember you did the character trait? It gets kind of routine. You have to say the same things over and over again. But it's okay because we're just learning. Okay, we're just learning. We copy the model until you can do it on your own without looking at the model. Okay, but this is the way we give good, effective feedback. What do you do with the good, effective feedback? Use it, right? So I'm going to pass back your paper. I'm going to give you the little half sheet so you can do what I did for Miss Gallego. And then you're going to partner up and practice your feedback. I will leave that there so you can look at it. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Bianca? Britain? Jessica? Can you pass these out there? And then, can you make sure everyone gets one of those? Jessica? Devin? What happens when I'm done giving Miss Gallego? What do I need to do? What does she need to do next? If we're partnered up.
We need to do you.
Yep, then she needs to give me feedback, right? We're going to switch. 23. And okay, everybody should have a half sheet. Did anybody find Chaz's paper? No. Do you have Chaz's paper? Chaz, anything for your paper, okay? Everybody has a half sheet?
I have.
Can you meet somewhere on the floor with your partner and give each other feedback? Because then you can see what you need to say. I'm going to push it over here. Get your clipboard if you need to, and you also need a pencil or a pencil to check on. So get a pencil, get your clipboard, sit with your partner. Wait 10 seconds. Check. Okay, you're gonna give this to them. Okay, so read over the paper first. Read over their answer. Make sure you understand their answer. Do you have each other's paper? Did you switch? Okay, switch papers. She can read yours.
so we can meet each other. Can you read the address? Be back here. Can you give me No. No. Okay. Okay, next one. Yes.
Are you repeating yourself according to the success criteria? Follow the process.
According to the success criteria, you need to explicit sentences.
You must look at your criteria as you're ready. Check it on the last check out in the car. On his paper. I can see you use the criteria.
According to the success criteria, you need to have location.
Okay, you're doing the second person now?
No, I don't have
Yeah, I added
According to the success criteria, you need to
You went to the process, you said each one.
have inferences from the
You have to make sure to say each one.
according to the sentence criteria. According to the sentence criteria,
What do you think you do with the feedback? You just throw it away?
No.
Ignore it? What do you think
You have to fix it.
And you'll be successful. So did you find out what is missing?
Yes.
So does his feedback help you? Is it going to help you? Is it going to help you on the next task?
Yes. You're gonna know what to do.
You're going to know what to do, what you were missing. So the first time I gave this lady feedback, she was missing a lot. But at least she knows now that she needs to look at the criteria, right? And make sure she has all of that, because I don't think she did.
Can you give me
The second time she did so much better. Okay, are we almost done?
Yes. Can I look at that?
Oh, yes.
For the second try, when he fixes it, X is for when it's on the second try when he fixes it. According to the second try,
Yes.
to have
If you need to grab the book, if you want to start making changes now, you can while we're waiting.
validate my
Am I going to be a part of it? Okay. That's right. So she is your So the giver is the person giving the
finish.
When you finish, we're almost done. Okay, let's come back here now. What do you need to tell your friend? What do you need to tell your friend for this question? Jessica, hi, Bianca, we'll finish turn this way. So what do you need to tell your friend?
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay,
answer.
thank you.
Answer.
The feedback. I did the page number.
Okay, so face to front. Let me see your eyes. Are we slanted? Okay, what did we just do? Feedback and also
Fix our page.
we gave, but we also received feedback. What does feedback help us do? And my notes, yeah. Make your answer, make your paper better. So the next time,
You know what to do.
you know what to do. So when you answer another constructive response, Jessica, should it be better?
Yes.
Yes. Should you have a lot of no's the next time?
Yes.
A lot of yeses.
Oh, yes.
A lot of no's. So like Miss Galleco's one, right? Her first one was needed a lot of work. She was missing a lot of things. But her second paper was what? A lot better. So hopefully you can use this and use the words that was given?
Yes.
Some of you did not need to use the word. You could change it and make it your own. That's fine. As long as you were going through the process, every single success criteria, making sure they who wants to share some feedback that they got that really helped them? Maybe make them see the light. Who wants to share? Jonathan, you want to share? Did it help you? So explain to us how. What does it help Okay, so Brayton, what do you want to share with us?
Here, so that's what helps.
What is that?
Success criteria. And then I looked at it and then I forgot to do one thing and I put on page 39.
I see how he added a caret, so I can tell Chaz that he missed something, but he went back and he fixed it. Anything else? Did you get any help from the feedback? The feedback process?
Over here.
Or just going through the process, how does it help you as a learner?
It helped me.
Does it help you to remember? Does it help you to know what to do next time?
It helped me to.
Was Chaz your partner? Was he a good person to get feedback from? So the next time when you try to get feedback, would you be the person who would choose? So let's give him a roller coaster on 3, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Thanks, Rika. Jonathan wants to share. You got a person you would go to help you. Yes? Where is your feedback partner, Shiloh? All right, let's give Jonathan fireworks. Fireworks on 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's see if we were successful. Let's look at our criteria that we had set for today's lesson. And again, were you able to use explicit sentences and examples from the text for your evidence to support your answer? Yes or no?
No.
No? Did you learn how to do it? Yes. Let's look here. Did you use the constructive response success criteria to give feedback? Yes or no? Did you use the criteria? Yes?
Yes.
And did you use feedback? What are you going to use that feedback for?
Fix your paper.
To fix your paper and make improvement. Who already made improvements with this feedback? I know Chaz did. Jaden already did. Chaz, all you need to do is get like a page number, right? And write it in. So good job. And what? Inference. Make an inference. All right, so the next time we do a constructive response, do you think you'll get more yeses or more no's?
Yes.
Probably more yeses because you'll be paying more attention to what?
The success
You'll be
criteria.
paying attention to that success criteria. Tell your partner, thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, guys. Can I have your